Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy OCZ Savage. Today we jumping into another deck build. In this one, I have a super strong damage build. And this one's going to be really good for no hope. Of course, you can use it on nightmare or lower difficulties. Now, before we jump into the video, make sure you guys smack that like button so that way it can reach all the new Back for Blooders. And also, too, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that sub button. We got more deck tips, tricks, more deck builds. We got some more healer variations coming out. We got some more damage variations coming out. And of course, we got way more melee stuff coming. I do got some stuff cooking for you guys, so make sure you guys are looking out for that. Now, jumping into the build, this one is going to be a really good damage build. And this one is going to really be like a LMG. And then I'll also show you guys how to do a sniper variation with it. Now, when you're using this build on Walker, it's so strong because not only do you get extra health on Walker, but you also, of course, get the extra 10% damage. And with that buff, especially to the pistol, you really start like mowing the ridden down. And then what we're going to be using is a lot of weak spot damage. So, of course, we're going to have ammo cards, and then we're going to be using fill them up with lead just to get that extra damage buff while you're shooting. But we're going to have 3 weak spot cards, and then what you can also do too, you can actually add a 4th weak spot card, if you don't care about aiming down the sights. But honestly, I would just recommend going with 3 weak spot cards and then going with your ammo cards, and then honestly you're good to go. As long as you're just getting headshots even on the little ridden, and then of course like on your tall boys, on your breakers, you're going to be absolutely shredding monsters, mutations, little ridden. Now on this variation that I'm going to show, we're mainly just going to have weak spot damage, because I believe if you can hit the weak spot, like if you have good aim, you'll be able to shred them down super fast. Now just the other day I was having this conversation with somebody on my live, which is KOTOR, shout out to her. So the difference between like weak spot damage and regular damage, so if you can actually hit the weak spot like pretty consistently, then I would suggest just building a whole lot of weak spot damage on your build, because then that way you can get away with adding more ammo cards. You can maybe even sneak a reload speed card in there if you want to do that, especially on an LMG. That'd be really good. But if you are not so good at hitting the weak spots, if your game is laggy, or I don't know, the weak spot's just hard to hit, it's hard for you to hit headshots for whatever reason, then I would say just go more raw damage. So if you want to add stuff like Patient Hunter, you can do that. Or if you want to add something like Overprotective, which will just give you raw damage. Or you can go with something like Shredder, which will give you more damage per bullet. You can use fill them up with lead. So there's definitely things you can do. But I would suggest, with this build and all builds that I ever come out with, make sure you guys, it's really good to get the idea of what you should be doing or want to do from these deck builds. But I would say you guys would always want to just make sure you customize it to your playstyle. So for example, for me, I don't necessarily use reload speed cards that much, because I believe on the gun, it'll have like reload speed attachments that you'll find on good guns. So, you can get one of those. Or, of course, you'll be able to upgrade your guns. You can get legendary guns. And a lot of these guns are actually super duper broken, especially like the blues and the epics have really good attachments. So I don't find that I want to, add a reload speed card and take off a damage card for that. But it's up to you. If you're reloading the LMG a lot, if this is getting you killed, if you're in situations where you can't kill, hordes of ridden like this, then I would definitely suggest, throwing a reload speed card on there. But as you can see, I'm not using a reload speed card. As long as you can time those melees, get them off of you, then you should be good to go. So, and then another really cool thing about this build is you're going to have a bunch of resistance as well. And that's the main thing with no hope. You really just need a little bit of speed so you can move around. And then make sure you incorporate a little bit of resistance. And then, as you can see there, you'll be clutching up in no time. So, super duper dope. And this is going to be all good for no hope. So jumping into the decks, we got the Run Like Hell, Fleet of Foot, Cross Trainers, Mad Dash. Now that's actually a lot of speed. I usually don't even use the Mad Dash, but that'll make it a lot easier for you guys to get out of those sticky situations. Then we got the Glass Cannon, we got the Hyper Focus, the Reckless Strat, and the Ridden Slayer. And then we're going to have our Ammo Belt, we're going to have our Tactical Vest, and then we're going to have Canned Goods. So then that way we get the life back from the Glass Cannon. Now, as far as variations, you know, as I was saying, you could take off some of that speed, and then you can just throw in some more bullet damage. You know, if you don't care about aiming down the sights, you know, if you still have really good aim with hip fire, then you can go with another weak spot card. You can go with another ammo card is usually what I do. You know, even you can throw on suppressing fire. So each time that you shoot with the LMG, that's going to slow down mutations around you. So that's a really good card to throw in there. So there's definitely some things that you can do. You know, you can throw on patient hunter. You can go overprotective. If you want more resistance, a little bit more accuracy, you can even throw on hunker down. That's really, really good to put in there on damage. So there's definitely some cards that you can, you know, adjust in there. Again, always make sure that the cards that you select, you know, for adjustments or how you want to build it, just make sure it fits your playstyle. You know, my playstyle may not be like everyone, or you know, you might move slower but want more damage, or might move faster but have less ammo. You know, it's fully up to you. So you got to customize it to your liking. Now, one other thing you could do too, if you want to change this to a gem sniper build, we already got all the weak spot damage that we need. We got to fill them up with lead. Just take off the tactical vest and then throw on the stock pouch for the sniper ammo and sniper damage. And then you can even adjust this a little bit too. So if you want to do hunker down, if you want to do suppressing fire, you can do that. If you want to do patient hunter, that's really good. So that'll be kind of how you make the gem build out of this. Down in the comments, let me know what you guys are doing on gem, walker, on your Karlee for damage. You know, are you guys using patient hunter? Are you guys doing bullet damage builds? Are you guys doing weak spot damage builds? Let me know down in the comments. Also too, let me know what kind of variations that you guys want to see with the damage. You want to see like, you know, a damage doc, or like DPS healer, or nade DPS. Let me know down in the comments the next things that you guys want to see. But yeah, I definitely think this is a really, really strong build, especially too for no hope. You know, it's going to be a lot of shredders, tall boys, bruisers, really, really strong mutations. So at least having one guy on your team that has good weak spot damage like this, that can just mow down one thing at a time, that's definitely perfect. You know what I mean? And then especially having the resistance, you know, with the scarred tissue, the padded suit, you'll definitely be tanky enough to at least take, you know, 2-3 hits. You're not just going to instantly die. And that's the biggest thing about no hope. You know, the hits that you do take, because you know no one's perfect. So you're going to get hit. You know, something crazy is going to happen. As long as you can at least survive that first initial encounter, you know, of danger, you know, and then you're chilling. And as long as you have enough speed, you know, you can relocate, run back to the beginning of the map, whatever you need to do to survive. So make sure you guys go out, try this build. I think it's really good on gem, walker. Of course, you can use it on Karlee, as you can see here. I think it's a really versatile build. Make sure you guys smack that like button so that way you guys can see all my new videos coming out. As always, I appreciate you guys checking out the vid, and I'll see you on that next one. Peace.